Hi, my name is Yvonne Metz. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you have been here before, then welcome back. In this tutorial today, I'm going to show you how to make this 3-color Katniss hat, a pattern by Diana. I have done this video before, but it was for the solid color. So today we're going to learn how to do 3 colors. So let's go ahead and get hooking. Okay, so the materials needed today are yarn, which I am using Red Heart with Love. This color is Pewter. I'm using Flamingo and white. I am using a size I 5.5 millimeter hook, a pair of scissors, stitch marker, a needle, and a measuring tape. Let's go ahead and get started with, with the brim of the hat. So we're going to start with the slip knot. Now I have done some beginner videos, which I will post the link below. So if you're just starting out, you can refer to those videos if you'd like. So let's go ahead and we're going to chain 10. Okay, so let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and actually we're going to chain 11, so one more. Okay, in the second chain from your hook, this one on your hook will never count as a stitch. Let me zoom in some more. So we're going to go ahead and single crochet in the second chain from your hook, like that. Insert your hook, yarn over, go through 2. We're going to do this all the way down, and you should end up with 10 single crochets. Just like that. And if you're just beginning, you want to go ahead and count your stitches as you go. Okay, there's my last one. So now we're going to go ahead, start row 2. We're going to chain 1, flip your work over, and now starting in the first single crochet, we're going to go through both loops just like that and do a single crochet, and in the next 8 stitches we're going to work a back loop. So here's your back loop right here where my hook is going in, just like that, and we're going to do a back loop in the next 8. So basically what we're going to do from this round and all the way till you get to the size that you want is on your first single crochet and the last single crochet, you will be working in both loops. All the stitches in the middle, you will be working in the back loops only. Doing this, I have found that, and then back loop on your last single crochet. I have found once it gets bigger that you have a nice clean edge on both sides, and then once you start the hat, you have a nice place to start your hat round, and I will show you that when we get started on the hat part. So again, chain 1, turn your work, insert hook into both loops, single crochet, back loops only, single crochet all the way down. So you're going to keep doing this back and forth until you get to the size that you need. So for myself, my head measures approximately 21.5 inches long, so I made my brim till it reached 19 inches long, or 19.5, and that gave me 70 rows. Okay, so I will meet you back here when I have my 70 rows. Okay, so I am done with my brim, and I ended up with 70 rows. As long as you end up with an even amount of rows and that it goes around your head, that's when you're going to stop. Okay, so if you're making this for a child, just make sure if it's 16 inches, you want to go about maybe 14.5, and as long as you have even rows, that's fine. So as you can see, let me zoom in here. the edging, how it's nice and even on both sides. This is the look you're going to get when you crochet into both loops on this side, okay? Which makes it easier when you start the hat part. So let's go ahead and close the brim. Okay, so folding both ends together, we're going to be working through both thicknesses. Okay, so go ahead and insert chain 1. Okay, oh, insert your hook into both loops here, and then on the first, just like that, of the beginning, and then we're going to slip stitch all the way across. Okay, and not pulling too tight, but you don't want it super loose either. So we're just going to do this all the way across, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to change colors for the hat part. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just chain 1 like that, and I'm going to snip off the yarn and go ahead and pull that through. Now this right here will be on the inside, so I'm going to flip that around like that. Okay, and then we can sew that in later. All right, so now let's attach our next color, which I am using Flamingo. And everybody does this differently. This is just the way that I do it. So let's see. We're going to chain 2. That's 1 and 2. And now what we're going to do around the whole brim is we're going to work a double crochet into each row, okay? Just as evenly as you can. So let's go ahead. Here's the first double crochet. Insert your hook. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, insert it into the next one. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Again, I do have a playlist with beginner crochet stitches, which again is down below. I will put the link there. So let's go ahead and finish up with the double crochet all the way around, and I will meet you back up here when I have my 70. Whatever you have around here, whether it's 60, whether it's 80, that's how many double crochets you're going to put. Okay, so I will meet you back here and we'll finish up. Okay, so now I'm going to finish up the last double crochet, just like that, and we're going to slip stitch to the first double crochet from round 1. Now we're going to change colors, so I'm going to change to white, just like that. Go ahead and pull that down, and then we're going to chain 2. Now round 2, we're going to be working in the front post and the back post of these stitches, so it's going to be alternating front post, back post, front post, back post, and they're all front post, back post, double crochet. So let's go ahead. The first one is a front post, so yarn over, go through the first, you go down and around, yarn over, bring up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, and let's see, get this yarn up, yarn over, go through 2. Okay, I am not cutting my yarn, so I'm going to be working the yarn up as I go. Next stitch is going to be a back post double crochet, so yarn over, go to the back of your work, up around the double crochet from the previous round, bring your loop through the back, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. One more time, front post double crochet, down and up around the post, yarn over, go around the post, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Back post, yarn over, go to the back of your work and up and back down, yarn over, bring the loop through the back, just like that, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. So that's all we're going to be doing is back post double crochet, front post. So front post, just like this, and then back post. Okay, so we're just going to repeat this all the way around, and you should end up with a back post double crochet. Okay, that's your pattern. So I'll go ahead and finish mine, and I'll meet you here after round 2. All right, so now I am working my last back post double crochet, and I want to slip stitch to the first stitch to finish the round. Okay, now I'm going to add my gray, just like that. I'm going to tighten up the white. Oops, wrong one. Tighten that up. Now this is row 3, so let's go ahead and chain 1. Now we're going to do a front post single crochet in the first stitch. So we're just going to go ahead and go around the post, yarn over, draw up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through 2. Let me get a little closer. Now we're going to go into the next one in the front like that. You're going to be pulling from it's the back post. So go ahead, yarn over, pull up the loop. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through both. Just like this, all the way around. Insert hook, just like that. So we're going to do front post single crochet all the way around. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through both. So do this, and I will meet you on the last front post single crochet. All right, so I am working my last front post single crochet. Now on this one, on the front post single crochets, what I'm going to do is I am going to snip off my yarn, and I'm not going to slip stitch here. I'm just going to go ahead and pull that through. I'm going to take my tapestry needle and then where I would normally slip stitch, let me zoom that in a little bit. Now I found this is a great way to have a better finish, so you can't, the seam won't be so noticeable. Okay, so I'm going to insert my needle underneath both loops where I would normally slip stitch and tighten it until both of these stitches come together. Okay, and then insert your hook under both of those loops, just like that. We're not doing an invisible join, but we're bringing both of these together. Okay, and just tighten that up and then go through it again, just like that. Okay, and just like that, and then go through back and forth on these single crochets right here. Just a few stitches like this, back and forth, just to reinforce that, and then we're going to go ahead and snip that off. Okay, now we're going to be working, that was round 3, so round 4, we are going to be in this stitch right in back, the white one right here, where we change colors. We're going to insert our hook, and I'm going to grab my flamingo, which will be, this will be a double crochet round. So go ahead and bring that through like so, and then we're going to go ahead and chain 2, just like that. In the same stitch, we're going to double crochet. Let's see, these get all twisted around. Double crochet in the same hook, in the same stitch, and then go ahead and we're going to double crochet in each stitch from the previous, on the white ones right here, which that row was your alternating front post and back post. Okay, so just like this all the way. Okay, and then I'll meet you back when I'm done on my last double crochet. Okay, so I am finishing up with my last double crochet. So now we will slip stitch into the first double crochet of that round. So that finishes up round 4. So now we're going to go ahead working round 5, which is a repeat of round 3. Let's go ahead and attach gray again, and go ahead and pull the other yarn. Go ahead and chain 1, tighten that up, and we're going to be working a front post single crochet in every double crochet. So we're going to go around the front of the post just like that. Okay, front of the post, yarn over, drop a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through both. Okay, just like this all the way around. Now you could, if you wanted to, and this is the part where your stitch marker will come in. You're going to go ahead and mark that first stitch, just so you know when you come around and we do row 6, that's where we're going to put our hook right there. Okay, so front post single crochet, yarn over, just like this, insert your hook into the front of the post, go to the back, yarn over, drop through 2. Okay, so just like this. And I will meet you on my last front post single crochet. All right, so I'm working my last front post single crochet, and that's the end of round 5. So again, I'm going to cut off, which I've already snipped it off, and instead of slip stitching here, I'm going to go ahead and pull that through, grab my tapestry needle or yarn needle, and again, let me zoom in for this. We're going to go into the first single crochet and pull them tight, not do an invisible one, but just tight, and bring these 2 together like that. All right, and then just secure those like that. Just give it a nice finish, and we'll sew back and forth. And I'll go ahead and finish this later. I just want to show you again. So now we're going to work round 6, which right here in our slip, in our where our stitch marker is, we will insert our hook. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. And then we're going to be using Flamingo again. Bring that through, chain 2, And we are going to be repeating row 4, which is a double crochet into each stitch. Okay, so go ahead, yarn over and double crochet, carry up the white just like that. So go ahead and we will double crochet into each stitch just like this. Yarn over, insert hook into the next stitch, yarn over, bring up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, just like that. Yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through both, yarn over, go through both. Okay, just like this. And I will meet you when I'm working my last double crochet. Okay, so I am working my last double crochet, and we're going to join with a slip stitch, and I am now going to pull the white just like that, and then pull the other color, tighten that up. So now we're going to do chain 2, and we're going to do a repeat of rows 2 through 6. So now row 2 was front post double crochet, back post double crochet, front post, back post, alternating. So again, front post, yarn over, drop a loop. You now have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through 2, and I like to carry my yarn up, so I'm going to pull my yarn, this color up, yarn over, and go through 2. Okay, yarn over, go into the next one in the back post, just like that, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Just like this, front post, 2 and 2, yarn over, back post. Yarn over, now we're going to do front post, and we'll alternate this back and forth. So I will meet you back here when I am on my last back post double crochet. Okay, so I am working my last back post double, and slip stitch to your first stitch on your round right there on the front post double. And now I will attach my gray, and this is round 3. Pull on the white, okay, and then go ahead and chain 1. And now we're going to be working a front post single crochet all the way around, and that is, again, you're just going to work in the front post, grab those yarns just like so, and the front post of each stitch all the way around. Okay, just like that. Front post single crochet all the way around. And I will meet you at the end. All right, so I finished off row 3 again, and now we're going to go ahead and start row 4. So in the first stitch back here, I should have marked it, but I kind of know where it is, but you're going to want to mark that one stitch, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to bring up the flamingo, and we're going to chain 2. All right, and then we're going to double crochet in each stitch around, bring up the white. Okay, so double crochet all the way around, just like that. And again, this one is row 4. We are repeating rows 2 through 6. Okay, so this is row 4. And we're just going to double crochet all the way around. All right, so I'll meet you back here. Okay, so last double crochet. So let's go ahead and slip stitch to the first double crochet, just like that. Okay, so now we're going to repeat row 3. So let me grab my gray, and this row again is going to be a front post single crochet. Okay, oops, pull on that, go ahead and chain 1, and go around the front post of the double, just like that, front post single crochet, just like this. Okay. Okay, so again, we're going to be repeating this row. I'm going to go ahead and end it. And then this is row 5, so we will do row 6 again, which row 6 is a repeat of row 4, which is double crochets. And let me see. Let me go ahead and we'll mark this stitch, just like that. And so just keep going on and doing your front post single crochet. All right, so I finished round 5, and I went ahead and sewed it up. So let's go ahead, round 6. We are going to, this is a repeat of round 4, so go ahead and pull up your flamingo again, or whatever color you're using, and chain 2. And then we're going to go ahead and in that same stitch, all we're going to do is double crochet into each. Okay, just like that. It's a repeat of round 4. Okay, so that's row 6 again. I will meet you back up here and I will tell you how to finish the rest of it, okay? All right, so I am working my last double crochet of round 6, and we're going to slip stitch, grab our next color, which is white. Okay, so now the last 2 rows of the hat, we are going to be, it's a repeat of rows 2 and 3. So row 2 is the front post back post, and row 3 is the front post single crochet. All right, so that's all you need to do for the next 2 rows. I will meet you back here when I have both of mine done. If you need a refresher, just go ahead and rewind back. I will put the notes down there somewhere here in the video so you can see it again. And then we will finish off our hat by doing the decrease rounds. So I will meet you back here when I am done with my rows 2 and 3. Okay, so I finished my last 2 rows, which was front post, back post double crochet, and then my front post single crochet. So now we're working on closing the brim. So let's go ahead and we're going to insert our hook into the stitch that we had the stitch marker in. Pull up your next color, which I'm going to use white again, and then we're going to chain 1. Okay, so let me get a little closer. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to single crochet into that same stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, and then we're going to decrease. Insert hook into your next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert hook into the next one, yarn over, and pull up a loop. So you'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops that were on your hook. And then that's what we're going to be doing all the way around. Single crochet into the next 2, just like that, and then decrease. Okay, I'll do one more. Single crochet, single crochet, and then decrease. So I worked 4 rows of this. On the pattern it says 3, but I ended up with, I think, 23 stitches. It just really depends on how big or how wide you want the top. So whatever works for you, just go ahead and you're going to repeat this all the way around, and I will see you when I get to my last round. All right, I wanted to show you, I'm almost done with my first decrease row, and I ended here. It's got single crochet, and then my decrease, and I have 2 single crochets left. So you're just going to go ahead and single crochet in the last 2. Okay, so I'm starting the second row of decreases, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just do the same thing. So you're going to slip stitch like that, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch my colors up. So I'll bring this one up, pull that, chain 1, and we're going to do the same thing. Single crochet in the first 2, and then decrease, just like that. Okay, single crochet in the next 2, and then decrease. Okay, so I will continue this until I finish my hat, and like I said, whatever you end up here, that's how you'll just end. Okay, so I'll give you my stitch count at the very end. All right, so now I'm working my last single crochet on the round, and I ended up with 23 stitches. So instead of joining, I'm going to go ahead and snip that off right here. And on this one, when I end my hat, I'm going to do the invisible join. So let's go ahead, and where you would normally slip stitch, go ahead and insert your hook, your needle, not your hook, like that. Okay, and instead of closing it tight like we did on the other ones, just leave it a little bit loose, and then go into the back loop of the previous stitch like that, and you're going to see it looks like a little stitch right there. And then go ahead and weave that in, just like that. Okay, so I think that's good. And snip that off. And we're done. So on this one, as you can see, the seam is supposed to be right here. It's about right here. And it's really not very visible. Whereas this one, let me zoom out just a little bit. On this hat, you can kind of see that it's right there. So this, I like the way this one came out. On this one, I snipped off all the yarn, each color as I went along. There was so much weaving in. This one though, you can wear inside out like this if you want. And it's pretty clean. Whereas this one, you can also, and I didn't notice, but you can't really see where I carried the yarn. You can just a little bit, but it's not very noticeable. But this one, I probably wouldn't wear it inside out, but let's see. But you might want to. All right, and then the solid color, you can kind of see there's the seam right there. So my suggestion, if you're going to do a solid color like this, I think I would just snip off every front post single crochet row and sew that separately, and then work the rest of your color. You might have a little bit of ends to weave in, but it won't be too bad. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. Thank you guys for watching. I totally appreciate it. So until next time, happy crocheting.